Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one here today. I figured what I would do, because obviously sales are down and I haven't been doing my regular weekly what sold video because, well, I wouldn't be spending a whole lot of time on those videos now, would I? But I did want to talk about a few sales that have happened. So sales that are going to be on this next batch of items, of orders that I send into Stallion Express. And but first I did want to also mention that I had a weird situation with Poshmark Canada today. I got a notification that there was a whole bunch of I guess fake login attempts on my account or something like that. I was forced to update the app and change my password. Now it seemed really weird that it was during an app update force that I needed to do that, and I was getting that security message. So I don't know if it was that's the prompt they were giving me, but it was actually just because they're forcing everyone to update the app because maybe they're doing something different. I have no idea. So I'd be interested to know if anybody else got that message today and had to do that, because it seems really weird just the way it went down. Also, I did hear back from Posh US support. So I'm not able to do anything there as far as listing or anything like that goes, just because they want me to verify my account details and do all of these things. And, I guess maybe when I think originally I had put in the wrong card or something that came back with a Canadian address. And I think that just prompted them to be like, okay, we got to double check this guy because he may not be who he says he is. It flagged it kind of. In the same vein as Poshmark, though, I do want to mention as well, I am still using Sidekick tools. I am still using automation on my Poshmark because, it's still, I feel like it's still getting the algorithm going. I'm still getting lots of likes on my items and stuff like that. And I've got it set to automatically send out 10% offers to likers with discounted shipping down to $9.99. I know no one wants to pull the trigger and purchase anything, but I still feel it's important to keep that going and keep that active, even if I can't fulfill those orders if they come in, just because Poshmark is such a it's so crazy with the algorithm over there, and just I know that they're not going to change anything on their back end, so it's still going to mean so much to have the shares going and all that stuff, so you don't get completely lost to the algorithm. So Sidekick tools, formerly Posh Sidekick, I'm still using that daily. I still have that running because I feel like it's a very important, a very important tool to have, even still with Canada Post on strike. So, all right, enough of that. I'm going to talk about now 6 items that have sold on eBay. And a couple of these are actually going international. And when I say international, I don't mean just to the US, because I always ship to the US. That's no big deal, but I'm talking about to Europe. One was actually an auction, I think maybe only my second ever auction. And then a couple of other items. One of them that actually sold on the newest 20% off promotion that I've got going on my eBay store. So actually, let's quickly talk about that. The other day when I was talking to Jamie at the Thrift on Fire and the A to Z Reseller podcast, I had talked about how eBay Canada finally has coupons. I can finally create a coupon, send that out to buyers and stuff like that. Well, I was going to do that for Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and lo and behold, it's completely disappeared from the site again. I can't find it anywhere. I've looked under the discount manager. I've gone in under my store or just myself, and it's just not there. It was there the night before I was planning on doing it. So it was there very recently, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, this is awesome. I'll just come back here tomorrow and send this out. And then sure enough, it no longer exists on the Canadian website. So eBay has a lot to answer for all the time because it's just a glitchy, crappy site sometimes. But man, the Canadian site is just terrible. Anyway, thought I'd mention that. So what I had to do was put an actual just a regular sale on, a promotion, which doesn't really make a difference. I just like the idea of being hey, here's a coupon, use this at checkout for 20% off to, and target that to my previous buyers or something. Just a nice thing to be able to do. Anyway, let's get to these 6 items that have sold. So full disclosure here, I'm just going to do the math and tally up So these 6 items, the buyers have paid a combined $85.24 for shipping. It's only going to cost $57.08 according to the rates I'm seeing on Stallion Express. So that's a difference of what, 85 and 57. That's a difference of $28, but I believe the package to UPS is probably going to be closer to $20 this time. I did lose $10 last time. I'm hoping, even if it is like close to 20, maybe I gained $7 or $8 this time, so that it kind of balances out a little bit. I don't feel like I'm gouging people or anything like that. I'm doing what I need to do to to be able to ship items and not take a loss on every sale. So yeah, but I did want to just mention what those things were. And actually, the first item, this is going to be an overpayment by the buyer, and it's because it's going to Germany, and it's a Nintendo game. It's Star Tropics for the NES, complete in the box. And so for international, like worldwide sales, I still have eBay set to calculate using Canada Post rates, because I know those are going to be high, and I want to make sure that I'm covered. So, especially because I don't want there to all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, there's no option to this area, and your buyer has paid $17 and it's going to cost you $40. So I don't want to get entirely screwed like that. So yes, this person has paid $26. It's only going to cost about $11 to send it to Germany. So that's really cool. That came out of my own personal collection. I've got my tripod in front of my screen here, so I just got to peek around it for a second. Yeah, so it was a $55 sale. So altogether, I am going to profit basically all of that, because yeah, it was no buy cost either. All right, second item up is a lot of Star Trek trading cards. This has a mix of like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and stuff like that. And there's nothing special here. It's literally 295 random cards. I had picked these up in a lot at some point. I have no idea what my buy cost was, but I mean, I know that my profit from that lot is already like, way more than the actual buy cost of it. So I'm just gonna say these have a 0 buy cost for the sake of putting something in here. I had these on auction. I knew they probably weren't gonna go for a lot, honestly, but I thought I would get a couple of bids. And then, so I had them starting off at $9.99, and they ran for about a month, like 4 different times for a week, and nobody placed a bid. So I dropped it down to $7.99 starting bid, and someone finally did place a bid. So it was $7.99 for these, plus they paid $12.71 in shipping. It's only going to cost $10.83. So I make $6.48. Now, of course, these numbers are before I actually pay to have UPS send this box to Stallion. So I'm not going to make quite that, but whatever. All right, Blaster Master for the NES. Actually, maybe this is the one to go into Germany. And maybe Star Tropics was going to the UK. Either way, Blaster Master for the NES. This is going to either the UK or Germany. And this was out of my own personal collection as well. And they paid $15 plus $16.44 in shipping. So only going to cost $10.04 in shipping. So making a profit of $18.02 there. Now, the game out of my own personal collection was Wildlife Country Club Golf, complete in the box for N64. This is not as a desirable or even good golf game, but it's nostalgic and it's fine for collectors. So this was on sale. My cost of goods, of course, was 0. It sold for $22, which I know is really cheap for an complete in box game, but that's all right. $22 plus they paid $10 shipping. It's going to cost $10.58, so very, very close there. After fees, I make $15.09. This Adidas Holy Cross Crusaders full zip hoodie. Again, I've talked about this Holy Cross. This is like a Christian school in New England area somewhere, and there's a select crowd that just loves this stuff. So I paid $7.48 for this hoodie, and it was on sale for $16.50 is what it went for on an offer. So not making a whole lot of money, all said and done. I mean, they did pay $9.82 for shipping, and it's only going to cost $8.09. So I make almost $2 there, but I'm still only profiting $6.79 on that. And you're going to hear some dogs in and around the background. Buddy, go, 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 go. because of course if I'm trying to film a video, you know, they get all anxious and stuff. But all right, last item we'll talk about here is Nintendo NES. This is the Zapper, like the duck hunt gun. And normally these go for about 15 bucks, but this was a spare one I had. It was on the 20% off deal already. And then someone sent an offer of $10 and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll take it. So sold for 10 bucks plus $9.99 shipping, and I figured it might go a little cheaper than that. In fact, I was right. These people, this buyer I believe is in Ontario, so pretty close to the Stallion Express Trigger. It's okay, buddy, it's okay. There's a little beagle called Trigger here and he gets triggered very easily. In any case, buyer paid $10. It's only going to cost about $6.70 to ship. It's going to go through Uni. So I'm going to make pretty much that whole $10 sale price, $9.95. And yeah, so that's it. You know, so there's decent profits this week on those, just on those 6 items. The profit margin on those 6 items, or the profits in total, is 110 bucks. Maybe I take $20 off of that because that's what the you know, 15 to 20 because that's what the UPS package will cost me, but that's okay. Hey, bud, calm down. Calm down. That's enough. You got to be firm with dogs sometimes, and this one here is an American Mastiff, and he's, you know, he weighs almost as much as I do, but he's just a super sweet dog who needs attention and needs it when he demands it. So you kind of got to just be like, look, that's enough sometimes. In any case, I will go. That was all I wanted to talk about today. Was, you know, got some sales at least, and you know, I'm still making some money from reselling, but I am still using Posh Sidekick as well just to keep the algorithm going, even if I'm not actually selling and shipping items on Poshmark. So that was it. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Say hi to YouTube, you crazy people. Hello.